This is a quick demo that I wanted to put together for a small app that lets you pay Bitcoin Cash in order to receive a JWT token or a JWT token. And JWT tokens are commonly used to access APIs like rest.bitcoin.com. So this could be used to pay for like pro tier access to a REST API. And the value of the JWT token it's twofold. First of all, it would let someone who's running these cloud services get paid in Bitcoin Cash, because this what demo I'm going to give you shows how someone would pay Bitcoin Cash in order to receive a JWT token that would then give them access to those APIs. It also helps the people running those services to weed out bad actors, because now people need a token, an identifying token, to be able to interact with the API. So let me give a quick demo. First of all, let me point out where the code lives. I created these in the Permissionless Software Foundation group on GitHub. So GitHub/Permissionless Software Foundation. There's a front end repository and there's a back end repository. So this is a REST API web server, and this is the Gatsby React front end that we're looking at right here. So first of all, if it's just you type in random stuff and try to log in, it's not going to let you do that. So I'm going to create an account here, just QQQ and QQQ. It can be anything right now. And this prototype is really rough, but it currently can display like the basic functionality that I'm trying to communicate. But keep in mind that this is incredibly rough. So there, I just created an account, and that's all that is. It's just this page. It's just these two pages. And I can log out and log back in. So this just created a new user. So this is a Koa app, which is very similar to an Express app with a very small Mongo database for tracking user data. I'm showing the web console here, which is going to show some of the errors and some of the objects. You can see my user object that I just logged in. I've got like a balance and credits and an API token if it's valid. Each user gets assigned a Bitcoin Cash address, which is displayed here in long format and in QR. So what a person would do is they would create an account, they would log in. Notice there's no JWT token. If they try and click Get API token, it's going to error. It's going to send a 402 error saying payment is required. And so what they can do is they can send Bitcoin Cash to this address. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to send about a penny. And because I have it set up to kind of hack, and I want to show what happens when it's underfunded and overfunded. So this is between, like, with current prices, this is between like 1 and 2 cents. And it's probably going to take a minute for the indexer to register that. But if I click on this update credit button, it will check the balance of this Bitcoin Cash address. And I'm using Blockbook, which is a little slow. It can take several seconds to update. I mean, this is kind of good because you can see what it's doing when I click this button is it's going out and it's asking Blockbook, my personal Blockbook indexer, for the balance of this Bitcoin Cash address. And right now it's saying it doesn't have anything because I just transmitted the transaction and the indexer hasn't updated yet. Okay, there we go. So now we're showing a balance of 2 cents, and right now I have the price set for 5 cents for a JWT token because this is for test purposes. So if I click this, I'm still going to get a 402 because my credit's not high enough. But I have this set up where it keeps adding. So if I keep clicking this button, what I need to do is add code to basically spend the Bitcoin Cash in this address and send it to the company wallet. But since it's not doing that, every time I click this update button, it's going to increase the credit. And that's really good for demonstration purposes. Okay, so now it's above 5 cents. And actually, see this credit's still 0. I don't have it plugged in to be reactive, but if I log out and I log back in, you can see that my credit updated. So if this was more reactive, this would update every time I click this button. Notice I still don't have a JWT token. Because my credit was above 5 cents, it worked that time, and it came back and returned the JWT token. And this is what I would put into a header, just to show you an example of what that would look like. So this is how you would like send an Axios request, and a JWT token looks like this. You put in an authorization header, and you put in the token, and that token is this value right here that it returned. And again, it would display here if it was more reactive. So if I log out and log back in, oops. Now you can see that the token is being displayed. I also have an endpoint that just returns true or false if you send this validation. So the idea is the server standalone. So now if someone wanted to interact with the REST API, they would use this JWT token in the header like I just showed, and that REST API would then check with this user auth server, and it would just say, hey, here's this JWT token I received, is it valid, true, false. Very fast. And and then you can click on this button to get a new API, but my credit is below 5 cents, so it's going to error out. Right now I have it set to charge 5 cents every time it asks for an API token. So keep in mind, like, this isn't the final way it's going to work. It's just this basic functionality is in place. You got a Bitcoin Cash address, you send money to it, you have a way to check the credit an account, and then to get an API token once you have enough of a balance. It's a 2-page, single-page app. It's very small, very fast, very low friction. Obviously, it needs some polish. This is just a prototype to demonstrate the basic functionality. But this is the idea. I really feel like this is the missing piece in order to create a pro tier. I think there's a lot of people in the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem that want to create online services and offer the services, but they need to get paid. So this is a way to do that.